Hey, I've just finished another run. Now, today what I want to talk to you is about preventing running injuries. So in a moment, I'm just going to tell you the three best ways to help prevent getting injured when running. But firstly, let me just dispel a couple of myths. And that is things that aren't actually associated with decreased running risk. And that is footwear, specifically the difference of supports you have in your feet. Really, there's not a strong correlation between the type of shoes you wear. As long as they're comfortable and they're not rubbing and not getting you blisters, then there's very little evidence that wearing the wrong shoes, or even the ones with whether they supinate over pronate, leaves you susceptible to running injuries. Everyone has their own style of running. And different shoes will suit different people, so best try to find one that suits you. However, some of the best ways to prevent getting running injury, the first one is building strength. I touched on this, I think it was last week, when I talked about why runners should strength train, and there's several good reasons for that, and the primarily one is helping prevent injury, making sure your legs and your core and even your body is nice and strong to help prevent injury. The second reason why the second way to prevent getting injured when running is to make sure you're getting enough recovery. So running every day, even if you're not used to it, is not ideal at all. You want to make sure with any exercise session that you have enough time to recover between sessions. So getting a good day's recovery in between the running sessions, especially when you haven't been running for a while. And thirdly, it is correlated with your recovery, but make sure you don't do too much too soon. Now, sometimes people will say you should increase your training load by more than 10%. Now, that's not necessarily true. That's a bit conservative. You can, I'm not saying you have to, but you can increase. Research suggests that increasing your load by, say, 25% per week hasn't been associated with any more increase in injuries than, say, increasing your running volume or load by, say, 10%. However, when you tick over 30%, so that's about a third. So when you're making sure you aren't doing too much too soon, not going too hard, and making sure you're not increasing your running intensity or your running volume by more than a quarter, up to a third at most per week. Okay, cool. So there's three great ways to prevent getting injured when running, and a couple of myths busted there. So I'll speak to you soon.